Hello everyone! It is Friday, which means we are going through everything that we've spoken about in the Patreon this week. First of all, thank you so much for watching or listening to this podcast. I really appreciate it. Just knowing there are ears out there and eyes out there listening and watching this and, taking in the advice and the tips that I'm giving is awesome to know. And it's just been another great week where I've just been able to share as much as I possibly can for you guys. So yeah, thanks so much for checking this out. I really appreciate it. I'm going to leave a link to the Patreon in the description. It is free to join if you like the sound of what we're talking about here. We go every day, Monday to Friday, deep diving into different topics like this. So yeah, it's really fun. It's a really cool community that we're building. There's like 40 odd people in there now, which is so fucking exciting. I did not expect it to grow this much already, so thank you for being there. And if you're not there, and you do want to check it out, just click the link, check it out. Like I said, it's free and it's a lot of good value content, in my humble opinion. So this week we've been talking about release strategy. The people in the bonus tier on the Patreon get to vote every week what topic of conversation we're going to be talking about this week, and yes, they went for release strategy. So we're going to get into it. We started out by speaking about pre-release. What we're doing there is I'm seeing a lot of artists carrying out pre-save campaigns. If you want a whole rant about pre-save campaigns from me, there's a good long video in the Patreon. I think I posted on Monday where I went off on one, but I'm going to give you the brief kind of synopsis today. So essentially, with a pre-save campaign, what you are doing is, number one, if you're doing it top of funnel wise in terms of on TikTok or Instagram where people could be seeing you for the first time, they are seeing you for the first time and straight away you are asking something of them, which is already a bit of a turn off, It's like me coming on TikTok straight away and saying, hello everyone, I run consultancy calls, they're £50 for an hour, please buy. You see that first of all, and straight off the bat, you're just not going to do it. You're just not interested. Or I'm like, hey guys, please join my Patreon all the time. It just is not going to work. So what we're doing is we're asking straight away. Now, also, let's break down what we're asking of them. We are saying pre-save this song. What are you getting for pre-saving my song? Well, what you're getting is a notification pop up to say this song is out, which isn't amazing. You're not getting much value from that, even as someone that is into you and what you do is not getting much value from that, because if they're into you and what you do, they already know when that song's coming out. They're already, hopefully, if you've been hyping them up, they're already excited about it. So what is this little notification going to do? I flip the switch, and what I'm saying is, if you have a dedicated fan base, then great. And if not, we'll work on it. But right now, if you're doing pre-release and you have a dedicated fan base, just turn around to them, either on a mailing list, broadcast channel, DMs, however you want to do it, and say, this is what happens when you pre-save. It is more likely to trigger an algorithm on Spotify, meaning that I could get on some of these editorial playlists. So I'm thanking you so much for being a supporter of what I do. And if you would like to help me in any way, it's completely free. Just pre-save this track. And it just helps me increase my chances of getting on an algorithmic playlist, which, by the way, are not the be-all and end-all things as we are led to believe. When was the last time you listened to a Spotify playlist? And if you have been listening to it, like me, when I go over to my parents, my mum will have a barbecue or something. She'll stick on Spotify summer jams or something. It's just in the background. You're never looking at whose song it is, what the song's called, anything like that. It's just passive listeners you're getting from there. It's not dedicated fan. And unless you're doing it strategically and smartly, which can cost a bit of money as well, you're not even getting anyone's data. So you can't even capture them for middle of funnel to then start nurturing them. So it's really not overly important that you get on these playlists, honestly, because if you do, they're not make or break. They're not the be-all end-all. What's the be-all end-all is having a real dedicated fan base that show up every time. And I know I say it all the time, but I want to keep fucking hammering it in, So yes, that's what it's all about. And this is why I don't really like pre-saving. I'd be honest, I get a bit fed up of scrolling through my feed and seeing pre-save my song, or I'm getting DMs asking for pre-saves. Like, I'm turned off by that, right? And I'm into music marketing and I want to help people, and I'm turned off by that. Imagine just a random person. It's not going to be for them, you know? So it's just not that important. Putting this stress and strain on a pre-release campaign is just not that important unless you have the fan base, and they're the ones you should be pitching it to and being honest with as to why you want them to pre-save a track and what it does to further your career and help you. And now we move on to release day. Now, on day of release, it is so important to make sure you are excited, make sure you are happy. You've just released a new song out into the world, which is fucking awesome, by the way, and you should be celebrating in that. What a lot of us are really guilty of doing on release day is going through our phones on the Spotify for Artists app, or we're on our computers going through it, and we're just fucking refreshing, like, come on, more streams, because Spotify gives you live updates on the day of your release, because Spotify for Artists want you to stay there on their app. They want you to keep refreshing. Like, that's the point. That's what any bit of software or any apps do. They want you to stay on there for as long as possible, right? So again, when you're asking people direct on TikTok or Instagram or whatever to stream your song, you're less likely for that stuff to get pushed out, because that means you're asking someone to click on something and go somewhere else. So on release day, you're on Spotify, you're refreshing, and they fucking love it. Let's get out of that mentality. Like, it's just, we're becoming slaves to the algorithm. We're becoming slaves to companies and corporations, and that's not what we're about. We're creative people, we're musicians. We want to be getting our music out to the world and building genuine connections, not just looking at numbers on a screen going up and up and up, hopefully going up and up and up, and getting really depressed if they're not going up and up. So on release day, embody it, enjoy it, celebrate it with your fans, and celebrate it with new people as well, because the more excited, the more hyped you are about it, people will feel that energy. And they'll feel it too. You know, like, I get really hyped up when I'm talking about this stuff. It's why I talk about it more. And it's why I'm talking about it so often. It's because I know that you will connect with me in this way, because I believe in it. If I were just sitting here saying on release day, you should post this with this caption and hashtag and whatever, you just wouldn't buy into that, because I'm not bought into it. And I'm not saying that social media is not important and posting is not important, because it fucking is. If you see me on TikTok, I try and post quite regularly on there. I'm setting myself a challenge to try and do 3 posts a day. If I don't do that, I'm not beating myself up. But it's top of funnel. It's always top of funnel. You're bringing new people in, and it's so important to bring new people in, but don't get it confused. Do not get it confused with middle of funnel, because that is not what it is. And you can put stuff out there that is stories behind the music and all of that. What it will do is show potential new fans that that's what you're about, that you want to let them in and tell your story. So release day, just be hyped, be excited, get people excited with you. Stop going, oh my God, have we posted this perfect thing today? Just get something out there, the song's out. Talk about it, get excited about it, tell stories about it. That's what it's about. It is not about numbers and metrics and how many playlists have you been featured on and stuff like that, you know? It's more than that. You get to be creative and make music yourself and put it out into the world. If you spoke to someone in the past about that and said, hey, you still have to pay to get a song made, but you don't need a record label anymore to release it, you can put it online and anyone around the world has the potential to listen to it. That is insane. That is amazing. That's something I don't think those people would have ever predicted in their wildest dreams, and we're living it. So let's get excited about it. Let's not get all caught up in it. Let's get excited about it. And we carry on the same mentality into post-release. And what a lot of people do is treat it a bit like their birthday. So they'll get really hyped, they'll do their pre-release, they'll get so excited, planning it, trying to get people to pre-save, and it's like sending invites out to people for your birthday party, right? Then you have your day, you have your birthday, and you're like, this is awesome, we're celebrating me, we're having a great time, and then the day after, boom, silence, that's it, day's gone. Releasing music is not birthday, it's not a anniversary, it's not Christmas. It's a product of your business. And that's what it's about, because you are promoting a product. A business doesn't launch a new product and then have one day of going on about it and saying how it's the best product ever and how people should buy their product and then just shutting the fuck up about it. They're not. It's consistent. That song that you're releasing is going to be there every single day. And every single day you need to be showing up for your fans and for your potential new fans and telling them why they should care. Because there's so much music being released out there all the time. Give them a reason to care. Give them a reason to invest in it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching or listening again today. It really means the world. It feels great that I can be out there giving help and advice to people as much as I can. We go real deep dive into the subject of releases this week into the Patreon. Again, I'm going to leave a link in the description to the Patreon. It's free to join and you get access to those Monday to Friday deep dives in there. And I really like them. Even I'm finding them quite beneficial as I'm going along. I'm talking about these things. And like I went on a rant, like I said, about the pre-release stuff and the pre-save stuff. And I realized that I actually had a lot of bottled up things about that and why I believe it doesn't work. So I'm learning as well. And I'm always learning on this job in the music industry with what I do. And I love it. And we should be thriving to learn. And you guys are thriving to learn. You're listening to this. And for that, I thank you all so much, and I really hope you enjoy your weekends.